Whoa, 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 how do we stop this? Let's just go. It's working though. It's friggin' working. What is going on? Oh my God, I have made a helicopter. So, what is going on, guys? This is Ryan here, and welcome to Scrap Mechanics. So, this is a really awesome game, guys, and currently it's in early access on Steam. It's an amazing experience where you can pretty much build whatever sort of vehicle or contraption you want, use all of the different tools within the game. You can really utilize them, do some really friggin' awesome stuff as well. I've gave this game a little bit of a go just to get a grip of the mechanics and things like that, just so I'm not going to be really perplexed and not have a single idea what I'm doing in this game, because it can be overwhelming. Now I am ready, and I'm going to start a new game with you guys, and we're going to start it, of course, in the creative mode, which is the only one currently, and we're going to also have a terrain-based world, so that we've got ups and downs. So here we go, guys. Hi, Mechanic. Welcome to Scrap Mechanic Creative Mode. This is a great place to express your creativity and build the most amazing creations. Engineer, architect, both. Everything you need is already conveniently stacked in your inventory. Yes, ka-ching. A great way to start is by opening the Mechanic's Handbook, which you'll find in your hotbar, and following the instructions for how to build a vehicle. It'll help you get comfortable with the basic building system, and it will give you a great foundation on which to build your scrap mechanic skills. Oh yeah, I've got it, baby. So here we go, guys. Doesn't this world look absolutely awesome? Lovely and randomly generated. Wow, that is a massive hill right there. I kind of want to get to the top of that. So for this one, guys, what I'm going to be pretty much focusing on building, it's, whoa, hang on a minute. Is this like our little training station here? So I want to build a car of some sorts that will actually get us from A to B, and I want to put some unique features on it. That's one of the goals I want to do. And secondly, something I've not actually attempted yet, and I was going to attempt yesterday, but I want to see if I can do it live on this, is actually make a helicopter. Yes. A freaking helicopter. All right then, so the first thing we want to do definitely is place down one of these winches. Basically, what we can do with this is we can place our building items on these, and we can raise them up and down simply by using the up and down arrow keys on the keyboard. And it's actually good when you're building like cars and things like that, and pretty much any contraption, to be honest. So let's start getting our foundation. But first, let's see how we want to build this guy. Okay, so we've got multiple different materials here, and we can see that some are lightweight, some are medium weight. But that barrier block looks kind of cool. And also the wood block looks really cool, and they're both lightweight. So actually, if I want to build a car, I don't want it to be too light so it can like fly off at like the slightest bump. Okay, so let's make a start by laying down some of these stones here, and we'll start just on top of our little wench here, and we'll build this guy about 6 units wide. I'm not sure how I'm measuring these units. I'm measuring them in terms of blocks. The fun really begins, guys, after you've kind of finished this first stage. You can make some amazing things, and this is really just like the smallest building blocks of this. So there we go. We have made a perfect rectangle. You're welcome, guys. It was a great journey, and I'll see it. No, I'm just kidding. This is only the start of our adventure. So you can see we have this like cog item. You can see it in our inventory, the orange wheel next to our wheel. Anything you attach to the bearing will rotate. It can be powered by an engine or when linked to a controller using the connector. So you can do some really cool stuff with this. But for our sake, we're going to keep it fairly basic. We're going to put one rotor. No, actually, what am I doing? No, yes, of course I am. So we want to put 2 there. And then what we want to do secondly is put 1 here and 1 here, and I'll show you guys exactly what I'm going to do now. So these will now rotate, and I'm going to put another stone on top of that, so basically the stones underneath will rotate. We want to put bearings on each of these, just like the back wheels now here, so that the wheels can actually rotate. There you go, and we'll put the ones on the back too. Awesome, we're making some fantastic progress already, and it's starting to already look like a vehicle, which is always a very good sign. All right, so I'm going to put this guy about here. Without an engine, we're not really going to get anywhere, so let's pop an engine just behind the steering wheel of this. And now the fun is really going to start to begin, guys. You guys will see exactly what I mean. So if we head along on the bottom to this final tool here, it looks like a frigging bat with wings. Every mechanic's favorite tool connects interactive objects together. For example, a gas engine to bearings, or a thruster to a driver's seat. So basically what we can do with this is, you can see we have all these small little dots. We can begin to connect these guys to the various things around this unit, really. So we want to definitely connect the wheel to the bearings that we placed in above. So when we turn the wheel, it will rotate those bearings we put in first. You see, now that is creative thinking. That's why we do that. And we also want to make sure these guys rotate the right way. So when we turn the wheel to the right, we don't want these guys, we want them to rotate that way. So we're going to change the direction of these guys, so they are facing the same way. So that should work great. And we can always test it. So if we sit in the vehicle and we begin, okay, they're not turning. There we go. So it was because it was actually on the lift. So there we go, guys. We have a vehicle with steering wheels, and you can see that guy looks like he's having a great time, doesn't he? He looks kind of annoyed with the invention. Come on, dude, give me a break. The inventions will get better over time. Come on, keep that frown upside down. All right, let's put it back on a lift anyway. And let's raise this guy up just to... Actually, no, we don't need to raise it anymore. Let's go back to our connection tool. And we want to connect the wheel to the engine. So basically, when we're using the wheel and we hold like forward, which is a W key, it will power the engine. And that is pretty much it. And we can also, I suppose, connect the engine to the back wheels, I believe, to get these guys rotating. Actually, no, that is necessary. I've just realized. So you want to connect the engine up to all of the wheels on the vehicle. So when the engine's moving, it's getting the wheels moving too. We want to make sure, of course, these guys are rotating the right way, i.e. forwards, which they are now. Then this one isn't. Pesky wheel. And now, secondly, what we want to do is we want to press E on our gas engine so that we can pretty much set a limit as to how much gas will be applied when we hold forward. So I'm going to say about there. That might be a bit too much. We'll get this guy off the wench because we're not going to get anywhere if it's still on there. All right. So let's get in the seat and we're ready to test. So, you can see, guys, we actually have a working vehicle. How awesome is that? But generally, these things have problems. You can see this thing is not the most stable vehicle I've ever driven in my life. Probably not this guy as well. Look how he's jiggling around. But it is a vehicle, and that is a good start, guys. The first time... Alright, back on level ground. So let's try and find that massive hill, that massive hill. Where was it? I can't believe I've forgotten the location of it. It's around it. Oh, there it is, straight ahead. So let's drive over there, and then we'll try and build another vehicle. I'm not sure what I'm going to try and build yet. Actually, this is already looking to be a regret. I don't think this dude's going to be too happy once I start driving this thing. All right, then. So let's add one more layer of our hazardous tape wall thing. And now we'll put in the thrusters along the top. So... that's 16 thrusters. That may be 16 too many. Let's find out. First, we got to link all these guys from the steering wheel so that once we actually hold the W key, it will thrust forward on the engine itself too. And that will just about do it. So we now have all of our thrusters connected to our friggin' engine or our wheel. Oh, God. I literally tapped the W key then. Whoa! Oh, my God! Whoa! Did you see that dude? He's like all stretched out. So I live by a philosophy in life where you can never have too much of something that's good. And, well, I think the solution to our problem was to add 16 more thrusters. Yeah. I think the developers knew this would happen. Like, when they were making this game, they were like, we just know people are going to definitely be abusing these thrusters because they are so much fun. Like, how could you not abuse these things, man? I'm really scared to see what's going to happen. So we could drive this by simply pressing the W key like once every 5 seconds and then using the direction. Oh my God. Okay, not even that. That's like too much. I'm literally getting airborne from this. Oh my God. Oh boy. This is not going to go good. There's a nice little ramp there. Hang on. I'm going to try and boost forward a little bit and change my direction. There we go. Oh God. Oh my God. We're getting airborne. Whoa. I'm just holding forward on this, guys. Yeah! No, it didn't work! Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. We literally just got airborne. Oh, and it worked. Okay, so now maybe we can get over to that mountain over there, which is where I wanted to go initially. And then we can build our helicopter and maybe get to the top of it. So let's try it. Okay, this looks very nice. And nice it was. I'm going to try and build a helicopter. I'm really not sure how this would work. But I think a good place to start is probably with a square floor. I want to try and keep this as symmetrical as I can too. Because we'd probably want to be lifted up at an equal pace. Now, something I haven't factored in is the weight of the seat when I'm actually building this vehicle. I don't know how heavy this thing's going to be, but that fits nicely on there. So there we go. We have our nice little placement of our pad, even though I can't really see this working any better. I'm going to build 2 back. I'm trying to think, how am I going to build like a rod? Maybe we could just simply place blocks like so. I'm still thinking we might have a bit of an oddly placed section, though, because obviously the wheel is in the middle, but we're still kind of placing one each side. Yeah, I'm going to have to place a bearing either one side or the other. So I'm not sure how far I'm going to go with this one, but I'm just going to really take this on a basic level at the moment. So actually, no, we do not. Do we want the wheel to power that? I don't think we do. I think actually we want an engine to power that, thinking about that logically. So if we put an engine just behind here and we link the wheel to the engine and the engine to that thing. Can we link the engine to that? Yes, we can. So the engine will now power the rotation of this. So that's a good sign. So we can now let's put a hazard block on top here. Where is it? There it is. All right, so if we put a hazard block on here. All right, let's give this some gas. Let's not give it too much just for now. Let's give it just a normal amount. No way! Yes! What? Oh my gosh, guys. I am actually on to making a friggin' helicopter. Are you kidding me? All right, so I'm definitely going to extend these propellers quite far out. That's about another 3 either side. I definitely want to keep count here because if I make any of these odd. All right, a thruster there, a thruster there, a thruster there. And one last thruster. Oh, okay. So these guys are going to be a bit lopsided. Yeah, I think this might potentially be a problem. But hey, who knows? We should probably find out this way. All the same, so let's have a think here. So the engine is definitely powering the bearing there, and we have the wheel powering the engine. So what we want to do is we want to attach the bearings to perhaps the engine. Is that what we want to do? Do you want to do it this way? Or do we want to attach the wheel to these? Oh, so that the wheel, when we hold W, will actually propel us upwards. Now, that makes sense. Okay. All right. Whoa. I just pressed W and we got a little bit of lift. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, this is probably going to be disastrous already. Yeah, we should get out of this. So it turns itself upside down just at this moment in time. Okay, so let's have a think here. What else could we possibly do? Maybe we need a separate engine for the propellers. Maybe that might be a thing we could do. Maybe we could get the wheel to power that one too. Whoa, 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 how do we stop this? Let's just go. It's working though. It's friggin' working. What is going on? Oh my God, I have made a helicopter. What have I done? Oh my goodness. This is not a safe contraption. So I think because the engine was not being powered by any external force, it would just naturally keep spinning. That's okay. That's interesting. So that would be quite difficult then to actually separate. How else could we do this? Maybe if I gave our vehicle some legs just to kind of hold it still whilst we're getting set up, that might help. Then again, it might cross-interfere with the thrusters. I'm not sure how this one's going to work here, but I'm trying to think of something to maybe stabilize the vehicle for a moment. Oh, it does work! The propellers are going extremely fast, but that actually does work as a safety system. Now, the second problem is how do I get in between these propellers and into the driving seat right there? It's holding up nicely. But the moment we take off, we go crazy and we can't really see what we're doing clearly. We do get air propellership, as you can see here. We're literally flying. Oh my God. We're getting some immense height. I can't believe this is actually working. Well, the goal was achieved, I suppose. We're going to hit the barrier. We hit the barrier. And now we have a bigger problem. We're going straight down to the floor in a contraption that's probably spinning about 10 times a second. We're going to hit the floor pretty hard. We hit the floor damn hard. Hey, it stopped our propellers, though. All right, guys, I'm now going to extend the propellers on this because I want the propellers to be a bit longer. I'm still trying to think of a way I can actually have this, like, activate so that the propellers just don't start spinning absolutely crazily straight away. But I'm really not sure. I'm also going to make the floor a little bit wider because I'm going to try and build a contraption from the outside. I'm not sure how well this is going to work, but I think if it works, it's going to look really, really, really friggin' awesome. So the hope is there, guys. Hope with me. So I'm going to be honest, guys. This really made this aeroplane look really bad. All I did was I put concrete blocks all around this thing. I wanted to give it some more shape. Maybe I can kind of taper the back off to give it a bit more of a stylistic appearance. Maybe I could add a propeller at the far back here, but then again, it's just not a stylistic trait that really works. Maybe it does to you guys, but kind of looks weird. Oh, no! No, that does actually look a bit more like a helicopter, I will confess. All right, let's give ourselves a nice little window, a field of view, if you like. Yes, now that is looking pretty awesome. Oh my God, I've actually made something that looks pretty awesome. But wait, I'm not doing that contraption I was talking about. I really need to get to that, and I actually need to erase the front. Okay, guys, so another very cool thing you have in this game is controllers and, like, circuit boards. So I'm going to be using a circuit board here. I want to attach it on the outside. We'll put it about there. That looks good to me. And we'll put a button no, that's a stone. So basically what we can do with this is a lot of awesome stuff. We can actually build like revolving doors and things like that. So that's exactly what I'm going to do here. So we're going to make a nice start by putting a stone just in one, either side here, followed by a bearing on either side here. So what the plan is, the POA, plan of action, is to actually build some stone growing off of these here like so. Okay, I'm just going to remove these either side here too because I'm going to have these revolve downwards. So I tell you what, before we continue, let's get this thing working. So we want the power button to control the circuit board. We want the circuit board to control the rotation of these guys, just like so. There we go. And now we can actually hop in here. We can look at the rotation of this. So as that guy is rotating that way, we want to change the direction of this one here so that the blue one is also going the same way. So if we go into the circuit board now, we can actually configure the way these guys are going to rotate. So we'll press the button. It will send a message to this to rotate these guys. I'm not sure which way is clockwise and which way is anti. It doesn't really tell you. Oh, it does the color of the actual way you turn it. So we want these guys to go anti-clockwise, minus 90. Both of them going minus 90. The switch is on the left, so we can't use it when it's on the left. All right. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, I want to really stop those pedals. It works! It works! Yes! Now we're going to continue construction on this guy. All right. It's always a great sign when something actually works on this game, man. I've had some really good success with the designs I've made so far. So we're going to make this into a full front kind of doorway. So I'm going to use the lift as like a guideline. And I'm going to build a small box around this to actually try and keep this guy flying, or at least off the ground. So when I use that ground contraption, it's not going to do what it's doing now. It does look like a helicopter. I'm going to have to confess, guys. It looks mildly like a helicopter. So I'm actually happy with this. All right, let's remove that. So it's kind of working. Let's press the button when it spins around. Yoink. What's stopping that? Something is getting caught here. Let's have a look. Let's try and investigate. What is... Oh, I see. Of course. That's a pretty stupid idea of mine. Of course, it's going to get caught on the rocks underneath. Boys and girls, we've created an absolute monster. Now I've just realized because I've made a smaller... Oh, hang on. What's getting caught there? Oh, the tail is getting caught. Okay, nothing is catching on that now. That is good. Okay, guys, so I've decided to up how much power the engines give off, and I hope that maybe it will lift us out of this zone. Oh, there's a billboard there. Hey, I didn't see that before. All right, so let's give it... Is it going to work? Come on, you can lift us off, man. Come on. Yes, are we getting aerial views? Dude. This isn't working. So there we have it, guys. This is what we made. I don't know, guys. It looks a bit janky, but it did work a little bit to begin with. And then when we started adding the cosmetics, it kind of messed up a lot more. This was great fun, though, guys. This is, of course, Scrap Mechanic. If you guys do want to see a part 2 on this game, let me know down below. I'll definitely do it. Yes, guys, if you did enjoy this video, why not drop me that like rating? And hey, if you're new around here, why not subscribe for more videos just like this one here? And hey, look, it's leveled out just for the outro. And of course, guys, more amazing indie games. So thank you so much for watching the video, guys. I, of course, hope you did enjoy. And I will, of course, see you on the next one.